So today I'm going to be testing the AlgoLaser Pixi laser engraver. Now as you can see, it is an absolutely tiny unit. I think it might possibly be, if not the smallest commercial laser engraver on the market. Like, it literally fits in the palm of my hand. This thing is so small and light you wouldn't believe it was a laser engraver. This is absolutely perfect for anybody doing like craft fairs or stuff like that. But don't judge it just literally on the size and weight of this thing. This machine is actually pretty good on the inside. I've been running a few different projects with it with different materials over the past couple of weeks just to see what I can get on this laser, and I can definitely say I am very impressed with it. So as you can see, it is from AlgoLaser. I'll put some details up on the screen about it now. This is the 5-watt option, but you can get a 3 and a 10, and obviously price will vary dependent on, but this 5-watt one has been absolutely fine for what I've been using it for. I've literally been using it for engraving on wood, acrylic, glass, and even aluminium business cards. And if you are looking to get into lasers for stuff like that, this is definitely a fantastic place where to start. But again, if you want to check out more information, definitely check it out below. I'll put a link down in the description. So with this laser, there was no setup needed at all. You literally take it out of the box complete like this. You literally just take it out of the box and this is it. You plug in the power supply and you are ready to go. Now, another fantastic feature with this laser, it doesn't require a computer to run. You can actually use this unit as it comes with everything built in to use with no problem, but you can also connect your phone to it where you can run designs directly off your phone, or alternatively you can send your phones to save on the system's memory and you can run it from there. And the second option is one I definitely prefer because you do have a lot more settings to mess around with directly within the system itself that the phone app just doesn't give you. So like I said, I've run lots of different material tests with this laser. Everything I've done is directly through the machine itself, or I've done it through the mobile phone app. But that's not saying you can't use a computer with it. This is LightBurn compatible, so you can connect it to your laptop and you can send designs directly to it. So let's have a look at engraving some of the materials they sent me with the laser to test out. So the first thing you can see me testing here is a bit of balsa wood, I believe it is, and I'm just engraving an image which they've supplied with the actual laser, which is already saved on the memory itself. So the image of the pandas, that was saved on the laser itself. I sent that over to do that. With the laser itself, it's got this little touchscreen panel here, which you'll see a couple of clips of me using. AlgoLaser are running their own operating system in there, and they've got a tool called Text, and then you can type whatever you want into it, and then you can add it to existing designs. So as you can see over here, I just added Sleepy Panda. I framed that up to where I wanted it to, put it on there, and just run the engraving with the exact same settings. Now, this was the first thing I done, and it was very simple to do. Anybody, whether it be somebody who's a complete beginner who's never used a laser before, or somebody who's been using them for years, will be able to do this no problem. Like I said, it is so simple to do with this machine. So the next image I done was through the app. I took a photo on my phone and using the app, then I just sent that to the laser. I put all the settings in and then I just pressed go, and as you can see there, it is not a bad result. But like I said, if I'd done this directly on the laser itself, I probably would have got a better result because you just get a few more settings to fiddle with on the actual laser itself than you do on the app. So we also done a couple of wooden key rings as well. So this was a design that come from the actual laser itself. It was already saved in there. I just framed it up, selected the settings and just pressed go. But as you'll see, as this laser goes, it is very quick and very detailed of what we've gone on there. So I definitely could have gone faster and a little lower on the power. But again, the results on that is really, really good. But I would be very happy with how that turned out as a product. And again, I run another one. I put a bit less power in this one. But as you can see, it's me in cartoon form, which I just engraved that again, running very quick, and I put the power down on this. But again, that is something I would be happy to receive as a product. So we'll have a look at the black acrylic for you now. So this image again, I don't know if you can pick it up. That is one I done directly through the app. One thing with the phone app, that was a PNG, so there wasn't a background. But when I imported it and inverted it to engrave on black acrylic, it did include the background and I couldn't find a way to remove it. So I think if that background wasn't there, that would be a lot better. I done a couple of tests then with vector outlines. So that one, again, is a vector outline of a dog, a little bit bigger there, so I can see if I can get a bit more detail out of it. So then this one, which was sent from my phone to the laser itself, that one there has come out really good. It's hard to get into focus because it's shiny black acrylic. But yeah, that's come out really nice. Again, I've done quite a number of different business cards with this. I sent the same image there, which you can see has come out really clean. Now, if I upscale that image a bit, I probably could have got that looking a lot better, but it was literally just a quick test. It was the same image I had set up for the acrylic, so I just sent it to the laser with the same speeds and powers. But again, yeah, it's come out really nice. There's also a thing built into the laser called AlgoLaser Draw, which is like a little drawing feature within the touchscreen. So they give you a little stylus with the laser, so you can actually draw on it. And I just squiggled out my name. My handwriting's not the best, but it just vectorizes it automatically. And as you can see, I just engraved it on there. And again, this one is some vector outline artwork of a dog, which again, with this, I uploaded the photo from my phone to the laser and used the settings within the laser itself. And then the text at the top, again, I used Algo Draw and I just squiggled the name and a quick underline. As you can see, that has come out really, really nice. But again, it does these business cards really good, whether you're just doing like a vector outline or an image. I did do one test with connecting this laser up to the computer, because obviously you do get a lot more control with using something like LightBurn. So I imported that photo, and as you can see, that has come out almost perfect. I think I'm going to set this to about 300 DPI, because I didn't think it was going to be that good, but that has come out absolutely amazing. As you can see, the actual detail is brought out on there. For such a small, compact laser, this can get some really high detail stuff like that. So when you are setting up your materials within the laser to engrave, it doesn't actually give you a drop down with lots and lots of different materials. And within that, it'll automatically select the best settings for that material. So using those default settings as well, I did some leather. I did this leather keychain, and I just used the default settings, the laser setup. I used the AlgoText Tool. I just put my YouTube channel name in there, Mark AM, and just press go. But yeah, that's come out really nice. The only downside to the AlgoText Tool it has built into that is there's only 2 fonts to choose from. Obviously, they've got to, put a lot of information on the operating system there. So that's probably why there's only 2 fonts at the moment. But in the future, I would like to see more font options available, because then you can have a really good play around with it and get lots and lots of different things to do on stuff like that. So lastly, we did some glass with the rotary attachment they sent. Now this was very easy to set up. Now this is the smallest laser that I know of that does have a rotary attachment option available for it. So all you need to do when adding the rotary attachment, just undo the 4 thumb screws, and then very simply you can actually just lift up the frame of the whole laser. Now this, I did mess this up quite a bit because I put the rotary attachment in the wrong way, because they're supposed to be that way, but let me see if I can get a close-up of it. So it's the cartoon outline I did on the wooden keyring, which I have done on here, and I'll show you it engraving in a moment. But like I said, I put it on the wrong way, and then I added the text using the text tool. But obviously, when you're using a rotary, you are supposed to flip it. And yeah, that's my fault. That's completely user error. But the detail is actually engraved on there is absolutely spectacular. If you've ever engraved glass before with something like a CO2 laser, it never feels smooth. It never feels nice, but that is a really nice finish, and that will never come off. It's not engraved as such, it's etched onto the glass, but that's permanently there. And yeah, that is really, really smooth. So I think this is going to be my permanent laser for engraving glasses from now on, just because it is so good. So not only does this machine engrave really well, it does also do a really good job at cutting out. Now these designs were already packed within the laser. It has hundreds of different designs on it. All you do is just go through the touch display and just find the design you like. Or alternatively, again, you can upload your own design. But the designs already on the operating system are already pre-configured with the right power and speeds. And I cut all these out of 3mm wood, no problem, with one pass. So you'll see I've done some simple ones, obviously the duck there and the AlgoLaser sign. So that was cut out 2 pieces. So you've got the sign and the stand. And again, same with the bear, that was cut out 2 separate pieces built as a stand. And then again, you've got this more complex shape, which again was cut out in one pass. Didn't have a problem with it whatsoever. So yeah, this machine is definitely an all-rounder. Not only does it engrave, but it also does cut without a problem. And that's exactly what you want with a starter machine like the AlgoLaser Pixi. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this review of the AlgoLaser Pixi. This is a fantastic machine and it is perfect for anybody looking to get into laser engraving. Or if you do have an extra little bit of room in your workshop and you want something solely just to do things like small key rings or glasses, this is the perfect machine for you. Like I said, it's not heavy and it doesn't take up any room at all. It can just sit on a shelf and whenever you need it, you just pull it off, plug them in, and you're good to go. And if you're interested in more information about the AlgoLaser Pixi, again, I will put a link down in the description for it. And if you are wondering how I make my images like this, again, I'll put a link down in the description below so you can check out the video for that. It's a very simple and free process to do, so check out the video on that as well. So I'm off to do a couple more tests of this machine, guys. So we will see you in the next video. Ta-ra now.